Today, we're speaking with Clark Brown, owner of Design Fabricators and Integrators. Clark led his team through several growth challenges in 2020, from the pandemic to changes in team leadership. Clark invested heavily in both himself and his team, bringing in significant tools and training to help his new leadership team grow and flourish together. Congratulations, Clark. What was your biggest, brightest business achievement in 2020, and what are you most proud of?
I think the biggest and brightest achievement that we had last year in 2020 was our ability to remain open and improve a lot of the processes. We had some downtime when schedules were changing, and we were able to learn and implement some of the software we have that's really starting to pay dividends now. So it kind of slowed us down a lot in order to reflect on our process. I think I'm most proud of is we've made some changes within the team, and me personally, I was getting home more often, spending more family time, and I know the people around here were not working 60, 70-hour weeks either. So we learned to become more efficient in using our time.
What is an important change you have made to be successful?
I think the important thing for me as the president of the company that I had to change was not getting bogged down in the fine details and delegating tasks more effectively with means of following up or replacing team members who we had outgrown. But really it was being more protective of my time and being able to pay attention to what the employees are telling me that they need. So I think that that's what's led a lot of our success.
What advice do you have for business owners that are listening to this?
I think the biggest piece of advice is that it's a marathon, not a sprint. So a lot of days it seems like you're just running, and it seems like you're sprinting and maybe you're not getting anywhere. But when you look back on I look back on the past 5 years, 8 years is how long we've really been a company, but the last 5 years is when we really had employees and started moving buildings, bringing on software. It's just not something that you can do overnight. You really have to let your team fail to a certain degree in order for them to learn, or you end up owning everything that there is to do and you don't have time for anything else. So I think just know that the journey is a marathon, and sometimes things seem like they're going bad, but you still got so much more left to go in the marathon that one little instance of negativity or failure is just a small blip in the big marathon.
What was the thing in your mind that shifted to say, you know what, I think I do need a business coach?
One thing you have to understand about me is I have a heavy educational background. I have an MBA in entrepreneurship. Why am I going to hire a coach? Well, quite frankly, I tried everything else I knew how to for 3 years, and it turns out the skills that you need to be successful are not numbers related. It's something you have to be taught. And in the scenario is really what I have found most rewarding from this is I'm able to connect with my peers and customers and employees and coach them. I wasn't able to do that before. It was all black and white. There was no emotions involved. It was very much this or that, ones and zeros. I'm an engineer, so everything is a 1 and 0, but really learning how to play in the gray area. It's something you have to practice as you go on your journey. And I really connected with Mark once we started, and we were able to build a lot of trust. So I think that the main reason why I did it is because everything else I was trying wasn't working, and I had unconventional problems. I had a growth problem. I didn't have a sales problem. I didn't have the nightmare that everybody says you're going to have when you start. Mine was quite the opposite.